Hello there, and welcome to an episode of Rantz. It's Crisandro, of course, and well, just a few days on from the weekend. It's almost another weekend upon us, and the trip to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to see Manchester United beckons, and well, we'll see how much we have learned in the short space of time that we've had under Ange Postecoglou. But we were fairly impressed with the 2-all draw, weren't we, in terms of performance and in terms of attitude really, and it was good to see. Maybe could have sneaked a win. Another day we probably could have lost the game if, or the game could have taken a different route if Burma didn't miss that opening goal. But we get a point and we move on. Last season, I think we lost that one, didn't we? I know we definitely lost at home. But yeah, now we crack on. With three bits of transfer news. This all concerns the Spurs women, and there's some good news really. I was going to do an announcement on the 14th when this first signing had occurred, but I'd heard that we were looking to get a couple more in as well. So looks like and they've all been done. So let's start with the first one that appeared on the 14th of August. That's when we announced that we signed Grace Clinton, young midfielder on loan from Manchester United. She's 20 years old and yeah, very, very good attacking midfielder who classes herself as a creative risk taker. So I guess probably the best analogy to use would be like a James Maddison, I guess, in terms of how we expect her to play. She was on loan last season at Bristol City, and it was there that she won the championship, so the league below the WLSL. And during that loan spell, she played 12 matches and scored 6 goals. So a very, very handy player. And in those 12 games, she also had 2 assists. So it was kind of like half the season, but she definitely put in a good performance to help Bristol City to get promoted. And we shall be seeing Bristol City next season in the WLSL. And hopefully we'll be able to go to Ashton Gate, or I presume to play at Ashton Gate, to see Spurs take them on. So take on the Robins. So look out for that one. And she was also awarded the Young Player of the Year award at Bristol City for her travails. The 6 goals in 12 games. So she knows what the back of the net is. She knows how to lay chances on for our players. So she'll be a handy asset to have. I'm kind of hoping that if she does very, very well, that we'll be able to convince her to stay and convince Manchester United to let her go. But that might be the tall order, might be a big ask. So we shall see how it all goes first. But yeah, I'm very excited about this player, and hopefully she'll show what she's all about in the Lily White of Spurs. So that was the 14th, and then it was 2 days later that we heard that on the 16th, so that was yesterday, that we signed a second midfielder. This one is Olga Artinen, and midfield. I'm gonna say young midfielder. I guess he kind of is. Everyone's young to me anyway. 26 years old. She's a box-to-box midfielder. Signed her from Linköping on a 2-year deal. So she's ours by right permanently, and we have let go of a few midfielders, haven't we, over the summer? So and they were on loan as well. So their loans ended. Kaya Simon, I'm sorry to see go, but Olga Achnanen is a box-to-box player, very good defensively as well as offensively. Has an eye for a pass, very good pass as well. So look forward to seeing that in action. At Linköping, she's a Finnish international, hence the name, if you guessed that already. At Linköping, she was there for 3 years, and in those 3 years, she made 55 appearances and scored 7 goals. So yeah, she is a very capable player. And at Linköping, last season she helped them to a third place finish in the Swedish Damsallsvenskan, which is the top league in Sweden, and they qualified for the Champions League. So it's good. It shows that we have a vision under Robert Villaham, as convincing a player to leave a Champions League club and come to Spurs in the hope of challenging for, at the very least, where I expected us to be last season. That is challenging for Europe, and then for a couple of seasons. Then after that, challenging for the title, hopefully. But obviously, that was a bit of a setback last season where we ended up fighting relegation as opposed to eyes firmly up. But yeah, to convince a player of Artenen's quality to come over and leave the the chance of qualifying for the Champions League, to help a side who want to try and get back in there. Apologies if you can hear some weird buzzing sounds from outside. The windows open. But yeah, to convince her to come from Linköping, where she was guaranteed Champions League football, and to help us to try and attain that, that shows that we have the ambition and shows the belief that they have under this new manager. So yeah, welcome Olga, and I hope to see you perform at a very high level. And that takes us up to almost up to date because we've got one more signing to announce, and that was earlier on today at around about 10 a.m. We signed a new goalkeeper, same age, 26 years old, because we let go of oh my god, my memory is so poor. Oh, our Finnish goalkeeper, I just remember her first name, Tina. I do apologise. It's not a reflection on her. Although I did say that I did prefer Becky Spencer last season. But she's her contract finished and she was off to Roma. So we need to bring in a second goalkeeper to compete with Becky Spencer. And it looks like we found our player in Barbara Votikova, sorry, that's how you pronounce it. Czech international goalkeeper, 26 years old. We signed her on a permanent from Paris Saint-Germain, so that shows her capabilities. A very capable goalkeeper, but she was there for 2 years, but only made 13 appearances in those 2 years. That's because in April 2022 she had a very bad ACL injury. That injury that seems to be blighting the women's game quite badly in the last few years. So she was out for the whole season. Part of last season, part of one season, and then the start of last season. And yeah, so she only came to out for a year, and by the time that she came back, her contract was up, and so we snapped her up. But she is still a very capable goalkeeper. She knows how to keep the ball out of the net. In the previous club, I think it was Sparta Prague, she'd won 4 Czech titles, including a hat trick of titles between 2014 and 2017. So she knows how to win stuff, and that's the kind of experience that we need at Spurs. That's the type of experience we need, and that's not to say that Becky Spencer has been. I mean, she was on the undisputed number 1 last season, and it's good to have the healthy competition. And also, while at Paris Saint-Germain, when she did play, she did win the French Cup title in 2022. I think that was before the ACL injury struck. So yeah, so we made 3 signings to add to the to the 4th signing that we made almost at the very start of the window, and yeah, it looks like we're going forward in this one, and that's good to see. It is good to see. So we've got 4 new players, a new manager in. So we shall see how it all goes. The season doesn't kick off until October the 1st. So we've still got room for a couple more players to come in. We need, I would say, we probably need a defender, a new defender. Goalkeeper is now sorted. Do we need another? You probably need a fullback to challenge Harrop, I think, more convincingly. A couple of more. Well, we've got the midfield sorted really, and up front is probably where we need. Do we need? Well, we probably need another striker, I think, to challenge Beth England or to play alongside her. But we do need, a couple more players really to ensure that this coming campaign gets off to the best start, and that we do have the players in place that will actually sustain a proper challenge for Europe, because that's what I mean. I only just see last season as a derailment as opposed to a step back. So once we get that sorted, once we get back in there, then we know what we have to do. So, how do you think our hopes of what do you think of our hopes for the next season? Really, I mean, as you can probably tell from my voice, I'm kind of umming and ahhing. I do say that we do need a couple more players to at least have a chance. And the 3 players I mentioned, and also the 1 player that we did sign earlier at the start, I think it was back in July, Luana Bula, the Swiss international defender. Also unlucky that during the World Cup you might have seen her play. So yeah, and Switzerland went out in the groups. I think they went out in the group stages. But yeah, it is looking good. So we're getting international defenders. We're getting players in decent position. Um, I do think, yeah, we do need another fullback to challenge, and then maybe another one that also to challenge Neville on the other side as well. So we do need a couple more players in so that we know, and just so that we are ready. But it is looking good. It is looking good. At least we're getting the players in, and it's going to be a while before we start challenging the likes of Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City. They finished in the top four spots last season. It will be it would be a tough ask at this point to break that hegemony, but it's something that we have to aim for. And it's what I thought we were going to do this season, but obviously it didn't pan out that way, as we all know. But let's hope that we get everything in place, we get all our ducks lined up, and yeah, we shall hopefully be ready. Let us know what you think. Comment below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Let's hopefully have everything ready for the October the 1st. Come on, you Spurs, and you all take care.